It's embarrassing. He said, these
Stop the cap.
Something, guys. So, and you know what? I actually forgot during this time to add the match reaction clip, but it's uploading right now. So, we've just seen Arsenal finally get a win against Nottingham Forest for the first time since 1999 in the Premier League, which is mad stat, right? And I got the score prediction right. So let's get it. Match reaction. Nottingham Forest 1, Arsenal 2.
Finish him. Kuna wins fatality.
So I did manage to watch the game, so to speak. But I did have to suffer some buffering issues. But it was same old Arsenal again in terms of stinking it out, right? And I was ranting to myself because I'm away working, I'm driving and stuff like that as well. I'm away ranting to myself, saying, "This is why we won't do this. This is why we won't do that because we can't break teams like this down." But I said before, you guys have heard me on my previous videos. I've said before, when it comes to teams parking the bus, right, against Arsenal, if they concede a goal, they're going to have to come out and play football, right? And what we saw tonight was Nottingham Forest defend well. Let's give them credit, they defended well. But ultimately, when push came to shove, they ended up conceding that goal from Jesus. And then they tried to come out and play because they know that once small teams, right? I'm talking about Nottingham Forest. Yeah, I know Forest fans can turn around and say, "Well, we won 2 Champions Leagues, mate." Well, going by how people talk about cup competitions, when it comes to names, you've never won a Champions League, just like us. You won 2 European Cups, fam. But I digress. Anyways, when it comes to teams parking the bus and you concede a goal, small teams parking the bus and you concede a goal, you no longer can afford to sit back and park the bus. You can't. You have to forego all that shit. You have to come out and play now. And what happened? Arsenal went on a counter-attack again and scored. Just like the Crystal Palace game. We went 2-0 up. Palace threw away the game anyway. But then they thought, fuck it, let's try and play football. Counter-attack, goal. You know what I mean? You will see more of Arsenal of last season to a degree, right? When teams are forced to play football because they parked the bus and conceded a goal. You know what I mean? It was a frustrating game because we've seen the same thing. Martinelli dribbling down the wing and then it leads to nothing. Saka, he was doing nothing apart from scoring. He was doing nothing but skying shots. I don't know what's going on there. But the goal he scored was a decent goal, and it was with his right foot as well. You know what I mean, but when he's on his left, his favourite foot, he's skying him. I don't know what's going on there. Jesus with a tight ass angle of a goal, right? You can tell Forest. You know what I mean? They were. You could tell they were disappointed. They really wanted this game. They got the record. They were holding on to a record of them being unbeaten at their ground against Arsenal. You know what I mean? But then finally we went there and we took all 3 points. So credit to the boys. Man like Smithy G actually earned himself a start, I believe. He was on because I didn't catch the game from the beginning. But Smithy G was playing. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Smithy G getting his run outs. You know what I mean? Kai Havertz came on in the second half. I'm thinking to myself, what if he's coming on, put him up front then. You know what I mean? I said before, going by what I've been seeing, I would rather have Kai Havertz up front than Eddie Nketiah when it comes to making no subs. You know what I mean? Because Because Kai Havertz is more of a plan B than what Nketiah is. You know what I mean? Nketiah, you're getting a player that's running around. You know what I mean? With Kai Havertz, you could at least launch the ball into the box and he might get his head on it. At least that kind of plan B. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't have too much to say because I wasn't. I was mainly listening to the game because I was driving to the services that I'm at. But I managed to catch the last bit of the game. I seen the goals, and yeah, Forest's goal. I mean, Saliba getting out muscled like that, and then a player allowed to just turn and shoot, and yeah, that's. I know Saliba doesn't do things like that often, but like we don't want to be seeing that. You know what I mean? They need to shoot more, take opponent by surprise, and maybe even deflection goes in our favour. You did say that they would have to come and play if we score first. Yeah. And the thing is, in the community shield was a prime example of just shoot. You know what I mean? Trossard got the ball, right hand side, took it onto his left foot. It was an awful shot, but he deflected in. You know what I mean? You got Martinelli's winner against Man City at the Emirates. He took a shot, deflects off Nathan Ake's head into the goal. You know what I mean? Do that. I mean, likeliness of you getting goals increases instead of just doing some tap dancing shit. You know what I mean? In the game, we had some players where it was good play and everything like that, and then we had no end product. I mean, it's frustrating seeing Arsenal do that. But what matters the most to me, because even though we stunk it out, but we got the win in the end. What matters the most to me is we got the 3 points. You know what I mean? Yeah, we sat second in the table, and yeah, as I've last seen, Aston Villa they're losing 3-1 against Newcastle at home.
What?
Yep, Aston Villa losing 3-1 at home.
You serious?
Villa, you ain't gonna do no Leicester, fam. Like, you man are runner-up merchants. You ain't doing shit. 2-2 bit of sniff of title race. That's it, you're gone. You know what I mean? You man are gonna be going down the table as it looks. You know what I mean? And that's for Fulham. In fact, let me see if I've still got it in my phone. I might not have it in my phone. I might be able to import it though. Let me see if I can import it. I need to know if anybody's seen this Fulham fan. I mean, let me just wait for it to load. I'm being serious now. Has anybody seen this Fulham fan? Has anybody seen him? I need to know. Have you seen him? Because since that, they haven't won a game in the league. They beat Rotherham in the FA Cup, then got put out of the FA Cup by Newcastle, I think it was. Has anybody seen him? Anybody seen that Fulham fan anywhere? I want this circling social media, right? So we can find this guy to find out if he's okay. Right? Let me show you again. Anybody? Nobody seen him? No? Well, you know what? I'm gonna leave this in my StreamYard. In my StreamYard list of videos that I've got on here. I'm gonna leave it there. Because this Fulham fan needs to be found. Because it looks like them man are doing the crime right now. You know what I mean? I don't know where they are on the table right now, but it ain't looking good for them, man. You know what I mean? I haven't won since 2023, fam, in the league. You know what I mean? You got Aston Villa. You know what I mean? They got cute. They beat us. They got cute. Title race, mate. Now look at them. You know what I mean? Can't even string a win together. You know what I mean? They'll lose that replay against Chelsea in the FA Cup. Watch. You know what I mean? They'll lose that replay. Yep. Telling you. They'll lose it. And if Forest beat us tonight, they would go on to lose the FA Cup fixture with Bristol City. You know what I mean? But now, because of the loss, they'll be all right. I mean, they'll be all right. He looks like Jimmy O'Hara. Well, he needs to be found because we need to find out if he's okay. I'm going to show you again, right? Because he needs to be found. I might even have it play on a loop. You know what I mean? Maybe have it as a background, have it playing on a loop because he's getting out of hand now. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, back to Arsenal. 'Cause I don't know if the Newcastle score stayed the same against Aston Villa. It was 3-1 last time. The game should be done now. But yeah, back to Arsenal. Yeah, we sat second in the table. Obviously, Man City got 2 games in hands over us. They play tomorrow. I think it is against Brentford. So yeah, and Liverpool play Chelsea tomorrow. Liverpool 2 points ahead. You know, and our next game is in the emotional Liverpool. You know, because Liverpool fans are in tears because Popper's decided, you know what, I can't be asked keeping it with Pep no more. You know what I mean? So we know what if this next game tells us everything. Make a statement, Arsenal, beat Liverpool. They're coming Emirates, fam. They're coming to the Emirates. I mean, are we gonna lose again to Liverpool at the Emirates? They have the 50p shaped boots on again in the first half. Well, at least we got the 3 points. That was vital. Man said the 50p boots, That's true, that's true. You know what I mean? I don't know what these men are on. And this is the thing, we're going to see this for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? Like, let's not get it twisted. If Forest scored first, we'd have been fucked. If Forest went 1-0 up, we would have been fucked. Because then they'd just park the Rascat bus just like Aston Villa did. It's funny how teams, I mean, it's Arsenal's fault as well, though. It's the team's fault as well, and the setup. But it's funny how teams quickly knew how to neutralize Arsenal's attack, keep them from scoring and all that shit. But you can't do that to Man City. You can't do that against Liverpool. You know what I mean? You can't do it to them teams that are slapping you, man, week in, week out. But when it comes to Arsenal, you, man, know how to defend now, don't you? And this is what I'm saying about teams, right? Especially them small teams, right? The has-beens. You know what I mean? Teams that will go buy a trophy that they won decades ago, way before a lot of the fans' times that bring up the trophies, right? It's funny how them, man, right? Them kind of teams. It's a we must not lose and must not concede against Arsenal. Like it's an embarrassment. You know what I mean? But when it's man saying, "Whoa, come on in," you know what I mean? And they'll get slapped up. Now, credit to your Aston Villas and them. They have beaten Man City this season. They have. So I give them credit there. But since they beat Arsenal, have Villa even won a Premier League game since they beat Arsenal? I actually don't know. I know they drew the next game, and I think they lost the game. I think Aston Villa's last win might have been us. It might. I think it might have been us. Jesus Christ! Big up yourself. In fact, on the Marcos all round. But yeah, Nottingham Forest, aka we've won back-to-back European Cups FC. Hold that. That's what I'll say. Hold that. You know what I mean? Because it's been a while since we won there, right? And the Forest fans like to talk as if they're a bigger club than what they are when it comes to mentioning those 2 European Cups that the fans who bring it up were swimming in the dad's ball sack at the time. You know what I mean? They don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? And I will say European Cup. I'm not going to say Champions League. You didn't win it under that name. Because seeing as our fans want to go by, oh, well, you've only won 3 Premier Leagues. Fine. You know know what I mean? I'm telling you, like I said before, I'm telling you, if Arsenal get their hands on a Champions League, right, then we can say to Aston Villa fans, you've never won the Champions League, you won the European Cup. We can say to Forest fans, you've never won the Champions League, you've won the European Cup. And we can say to United fans, we're one Champions League behind you, simply because of names. That's what we can do. You know what I mean? That's what we can do. But yeah, we've won 2 European Cups. FC, hold that, fam. Hold that L. Because, you know what I mean? You man are down in the dumps now. You know what I mean? You man are looking at points deduction. You know, you know what I mean? Get out of here, man. You know what I mean? Can't handle this. But yeah, our next game, Liverpool at home. It's a game we better win. And if Arteta and the team, you know what I mean? I'm not going to put everything on Arteta. The team as well. Team also. If you man have got anything about you, you'll beat Liverpool. Fuck their emotions about Klopp. You know what I mean? Shit happens. You know what I mean? And in fact, right? In fact, let me get onto this thing about right because there's been talks about who's better out of Klopp and Arsene Wenger, right? If we go by domestically, right, Arsene Wenger blows Klopp out of the water. You know what I mean? Arsene Wenger, 3 league titles, 7 FA Cups, 10 Community Shields. Why did I mention Community Shields? Well, every time you mention honours, the Community Shields are always brought into it. They're always that's the numbers that it makes up the numbers. You know what I mean? People say Arsenal have won 49 trophies. Yes, the 17 Community Shields we've won is in that. Take that away, then we've only won 32 trophies. You know what I mean? So have it as you want to have it. You know what I mean? Klopp has won 1 of each. He's won an EFL Cup, an FA Cup, a league title, and a Community Shield. Domestically. Obviously, we know he's won the Champions League, Super Cup, and a FIFA Club World Cup. And I think he will win the Europa League this season to complete all 9 trophies, right? But Klopp's never retained a trophy. Yeah, and then he's won 1 of each. I mean, but yeah, we know Liverpool fans are going to be all emotional. You know, do this for Klopp, all that fucking nonsense. But we've got points to get on the board, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? Managers come and go. You know what I mean? We know Klopp was Liverpool fans' fathers. You know what I mean? Because he did so much for the club, right? Which I'm not going to take away from him. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not going to take that away from him. But if you ask me to rate him on this, that, and the other, I'm going to tell the truth. That's all I can do. I'm not going to belittle anything. I'm just going to tell the truth. For example, the Champions League finals he lost the teams and managers with pedigree. You know what I mean? When he won the Champions League, who did he beat? Spurs. I mean, let's put it this way, right? Let's just put it this way. If Arsenal were to win the Champions League and we beat I don't know who's in the Champions League that hasn't won it or been to a final before. Let's just say Arsenal win the Champions League and we beat a team that's never been to a Champions League final before, and it's their first time being there, and the manager they have has never won the Champions League. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that happens. You know what people are going to say? Oh, but you won Champions League against that lot, mate. You didn't beat a proper team, mate. That's what they'll say. But when it's Klopp, yeah, so Klopp. Now, I'm glad that he beat Spurs, and I knew they beat him anyway. I mean, Spurs weren't going to beat Liverpool after Liverpool got smoked by Real Madrid the year before. No, they were never going to do that. You know what I mean? Let me get my picture. No way, Jose Enrique, fam. You know what I mean, it wasn't going to happen. So we knew Liverpool were going to win that Champions League. If that was Real Madrid in that final in 2019, they'd have lost 1-0. I'm telling you. I mean, yeah, bro. But remember, the Barca come back from 3-0. That was special in the summer. Yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah, that was worth it. But when it comes to the actual finals, we've seen Klopp get blown out of the water, fam. You know what I mean? 4-1 in 2018. You know what I mean? 1-0 in 2022. 2-1 back in 2013 with Dortmund. But when he wins it, he beats bottle job Spurs, who did have a good semi-final, coming back from 2-0 down against Ten Hag's Ajax. But when it came to the final, yeah, Karius tax, yeah. When it came down to it, you know what I mean? It's like we have to put it into perspective because people hype certain things, and it's like I've seen what you've done. Take a boxer for example. And speaking of boxing, I'm doing a charity boxing event. I put it on my community tab, but I'll put the link in. Actually, I'll put the link in this to donate whatever amount that you feel. It's for British Heart Foundation. Fight night is May the 4th. So yeah, I'll put the link to that in my bio. I need to remember to do that. But say boxing, for example. I lost boxing fights to people who were professionals and have been there and done that. But when I won, it was against somebody whose first time coming into the boxing ring. You see how that's that? You know what I mean? This is why I said to my brother that Klopp is a Jake Paul of Champions League. He is. You know what I mean? Jake Paul got his ass torn up, ours, right? When it went from fans and haters and whatever, because he wasn't beating actual boxers. And they're all saying, including professional boxers themselves, they're all saying you need to fight a boxer. And then when he did, he lost. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. I need to go to bed because I've got an early start in the morning. So yeah. Anyways, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. The links are in the description below, and check out my boxing for you. Well, I'm doing this for boxing for you. That's the charity event, and my charity link is in the description below. I'm gonna put it there now. So yeah, donate what you can, and I'd appreciate that. And yeah, it'll be actually I'll put it in the top of the description. It'll be at the top. So yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.